up, beautiful people? I am down at the lake right now because it is such a pretty day today. I'm gonna film most of the video in the car, just letting you guys know now, but I came out here because, sorry, I'm looking at, I don't know, but anyway, I wanted to give you guys a taste of what I am seeing today, and it's kind of upping my energy and getting me excited for the week. You can actually still see some of the snow. I'm going to show you guys. You can actually still see some of the snow on the water. But yeah, it's such a pretty day. And I just kind of wanted to give you guys a taste of what I was looking at before I got in the car and filmed the majority of the video, which I'll be talking about some things I do to curb my cravings. I haven't been doing the best at them, but they do help. Okay, hey guys, I'm really sorry to do this to you, but I told you I kind of had to film the rest of the video in the car. Reason being is I'm out of the house right now. I got shopping and stuff to do, and my house is a zoo right now, and I wanted to show you guys what I was able to see today because it's so nice outside that I kind of showed you guys around the lake a little bit. But other than that, the majority of the video will be here in the car. It's not going to be too long. I just want to talk about some things that I do to curb cravings and some things that have been working for me to stay away from eating things that are just out of control, terrible, and that I just absolutely do not need. I'm pulling out my journal. So, trusty journal. I wrote down some of the things that I've been doing to curb my cravings, and I want to share. First thing, and this is something that I've always done, but now that I'm on this actual journey, it means something. So like, I'm not just like, oh, that's cute, I want to fit into that. I'm actually focused on this first step. So let me explain this one to you guys. I look at clothes I can't fit, and I know a lot of us do that. I will go online and look at an outfit that's like a crop top, or I'll go online and I'll look at swimsuits that are 2 pieces, or I'll even go in my closet and look at stuff that I used to be able to fit that doesn't quite fit the same because of my current shape or because of my current weight. And looking at those things will make me think twice before I eat something that I shouldn't have, and I know it's going to throw off my progress. That's one of the things I do to curb the cravings. Another thing I do, and I'm going to actually insert some pictures after this, I look at before and after pictures of myself. And the after isn't the finished product after, but it's like progress pictures. Where I was a couple months ago or last month or even at the beginning of the month compared to where I am now. And a good way to track those pictures is kind of go back to those same outfits every so often. An outfit that you wore like a month ago, try to mimic that outfit or wear the same shirt and the same pants and see how they fit now. Make sure you get pictures. If you're not taking pictures on a daily or weekly or every couple days or couple weeks or whatever, start. The videos are great. We all do the videos, but start taking the pictures. The pictures are going to show you those differences. And like I said, once I insert them, I'll kind of explain what some of those differences are that I'm noticing. That is an excellent way to keep you from getting off track. If you're noticing the progress that you're making, you're going to want to stick with that progress. So do make sure you are taking those full body pictures. This first picture is me last fall compared to me earlier in the week. My neck is really where I noticed the difference here. This one is my stomach January 9th compared to, I believe, last Friday. And I really can tell that roll in the back is disappearing. And then this is just another picture of me last fall compared to Friday. And I'm really like, my hands even look slimmer. So these pictures are really helping to keep me on track. Another thing I do to curb these cravings is I find substitutes. Substitutes like when as you can see from the title, I love chicken and waffles. When I say I love chicken and waffles, if I could have that 3 meals a day, even though I don't even eat 3 meals a day anymore, but if I could have that all day, I would have it all day. I love chicken and waffles, and I love chocolate cake. But the thing about chicken and waffles is that's my body saying, okay, you want something salty and you want something sweet and you want them both now. And instead of me just going all in and getting like the chicken and waffles, I will sometimes substitute for maybe like a piece of turkey or something and some grapes, so I get that salty and I get that sweet, instead of just going all in and knowing I'm packing on syrup, I'm having extra sodium with the hot sauce, because I gotta eat my chicken with hot sauce. So finding substitutes for those moments where you're like, I'm really having a craving and I want something sweet, or I want something salty, or I just want something now. Try to find a substitute that helps fight that craving, because you're like, okay, I don't need anything salty anymore. I had that piece of turkey breast or whatever it was, and it kind of satisfied that. So that thought is now in the back of your mind. It works, I promise it works, but it doesn't work all the time. And there are some times that the only thing that can satisfy those cravings that we're having is that item that we want. Prime example, I dug myself a grave this week. I am not a big ice cream person, but I do like butter pecan ice cream. And the only way I eat my butter pecan ice cream is with root beer in a float. So not only did I have one root beer float on, I think it was Tuesday night, I had 2 root beer floats on Tuesday night. And the next thing that I'm going to say as far as a tip to curb cravings is to go for it. But you heard me say I had 2, right? The reason I say go for it is because some of those cravings cannot be satisfied with substitutes, and we just want to get that taste. When you go for it though, what I recommend is having a bite or having 2 bites to satisfy that craving, which is what I can do most of the time, and then I'll give the rest to my husband, or I'll give the rest to my kids. In this instance, on Tuesday night, I was like, give me all the ice cream, give me all the root beer, I want it all. And I overdid it. So be careful with going for it, because sometimes when you go for it, you can overdo it, and you can, like I said, dig yourself a grave and set yourself back. So going for it is only when you're going to do it in moderation. This next tip ties directly into that last tip, and that is, think about the last time you overate before you go for it. If I would have thought about the bloated feeling that I was going to get, if I would have thought about the pounds that I was going to put back on, because I did actually go back up 2 pounds on Wednesday after I had all that ice cream and all that root beer. So I was up 2 pounds Wednesday, and it really took a lot for me to get that back off. By Saturday, I had to buckle down on my intermittent fasting, making sure I was back in a calorie deficit, made sure I was staying away from as many carbs, hit the stairs a couple more times. I actually even woke up and did a couple ab workouts and everything like that, just to kind of make sure I was getting back focused, because going for it on Tuesday and not doing it in moderation really set me back. So that's why, like I said, that last tip I just gave was to think about times you've overeaten in the past before you go for it, and it'll kind of make you more cautious when you're having that meal that you probably shouldn't have, or you're going for that craving. You may, like I said, just have a little bit and give the rest away, or you may even decide to substitute because you're like, it's not worth it. Always think about the last time you overate or dug yourself a grave or set yourself back before you go for it. And my last tip for ways that I fight cravings is, don't judge me on this one. My last tip is that I watch other people eat. So as you guys know, I'm big on Disney. I never showed you guys these, but here is my Cinderella's Castle charm. I have Epcot. I've got somebody else on here from Disney. I've actually got, I've got Mickey. So those are some of my Disney charms. And then I've got, on my Pandora, I've got another, that it's not focusing. Well, it's not focusing, but that's a bunch of Mickey heads on there. And then I've got Olaf, which is not focusing either. Focus, Olaf. Whatever, but you get the point. So I'm really big into Disney. So I watch Disney food vlogs all day. And I don't know how, but that curbs my cravings. And I watch like Travel Channel Man versus Food. I watch Andrew Zimmern. I watch any type of food vlog. like while I'm sitting at work. And oddly enough, that curbs my craving. I'm like, they can eat it, they can enjoy it, and them enjoying it somehow is like me enjoying it. And I'm gonna warn you, if you're one of those people that sees someone else eating and it makes you hungry, do not follow that tip. So these are all kind of, like I said, that's why I titled the video ways that I am able to fight cravings, because I know a lot of these things won't work for other people, but maybe one of these things you never thought about, and maybe they'll help you. So just a quick review. The first thing I do is I look at clothes that I can't fit, or like that are shaped, that aren't particularly shaped to my body now and that I'm working towards. So looking at those items will make me think twice before I go ahead and overindulge. The other thing that I do is I look at my own before and after pictures. I look at my progress photos to show that if I stay on this track, you know, where I can be compared to if I go back to what I was doing, where I'm going to end up at. The other thing that I do, what was the third one? Finding substitutes. Yeah, that's like when you want something salty, instead of going all in, try something salty that's going to be a little bit less calories, a little more manageable throughout the day, and it's not going to make you upset later on. So yeah, finding a substitute. The other thing is to go for it. And like I said, be really cautious when you go for it, because going for it can be a slippery slope. But if you go for it in moderation. Before you go for it, which is the next tip, always think about the last time you overate or overindulged, so that you do not fall into that trap again, and you do not set yourself up to have those bloated feelings and putting back on those pounds. So if you take the time to think about it before you eat it, it may stop you, or it may cause you to just only have a little bit. And the last tip, like I said, that may not work for everybody but works for me, is watching other people eat. I watch other people enjoy something that looks delicious, and then somehow after that I'm satisfied, and I'm like, okay, I can do without it. That was good for them. Good enough. And if you guys have any other tips of ways you're out here fighting these cravings, because the cravings are hitting us hard. We are almost a month in. A lot of us that jumped in on January 1st, this month is like, it's over. And we're doing so good. So we don't want to fall off. We don't want to let February be the month that resolutions are wiped clean, or we don't want to let February be the month that we said we went so hard in January, let's reward ourselves. Let it not be with food if you're going to reward yourself, please. But yeah, we got to stay focused. We got to stay on this. So if there are any ways that you guys are out there fighting these cravings, please feel free to let me know. I would love to know about them. These are just some of the things that I'm able to do that work sometimes. Sometimes they don't, because we're human. But maybe one of these things will just stay in the back of your head. I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, I have to get these videos in, so I sincerely apologize that I'm in the car doing this, but I had to make sure I could get this information that I wanted to share with you guys out, and do it in a way that the kids weren't all in the background, and that I didn't have to wait until too late tonight when I get home from running on my errands and everything like that. But again, love you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next Sunday for sure.